Hey everyone, I am so excited with what is going on with the Diamond Factory system. I mean, people are pumped. I'm getting so much feedback from all of you about this is helping my team get started, and I'm able to have a system now and I feel organized. I mean, many tears have been shed with laughter and also joy as far as this being released. I am just so excited to see the results that you guys are seeing and I'm seeing in my own business so far. So I'm going to give you a tour on how I personally use this particular website. Now, when you subscribe to the Diamond Factory system, you get a lot of things. You get a contact manager. You get landing pages for prospecting. You get Live Green, which is Young Living specific. You get your new member start training, which is this right here. You also get in your contact manager the ability to do emails, sorting, organizing, note taking. You're also able to do text blasting, which is an additional service, but you can do phone burner, which is an additional subscription service. But everything is there that you need. But this here, for me, is the bomb diggity, let me tell you, because one of the biggest reasons we created this is so that when you sponsor people, you get them going, you create that deep relationship with your new people. They know what to do with their products. They get on other products besides oils, so they're consuming Young Living every month. They're going on Essential Rewards. They can start sharing because it's so easy, and then in 12 months we don't lose them, right? We want to keep the people that we have spent such hard work getting, and we want to keep them and get them thriving with their health and then their finances if that's a choice for them. So that is the spirit behind the Diamond Factory system. So people ask me, are you only sending this to your new people that you're personally sponsoring? And I say, you know what, of course I am, but I'm also sending this to my entire organization. And I'm going to be doing it through email, and we have postcard templates created for that as well that can be used where you just put your website on there, you can mail them out, and we will be doing that as a team. So we're going to hit them from many different angles because emails honestly are dead. I mean, you know, this does have autoresponders attached, and you can write more autoresponders if you choose. However, people don't open them. It's just a fact. So we've got to figure out other ways to reach them besides email. Email is easy. It's easy to hide behind your computer and do an email. But this system is meant for you to create that relationship with your people. Because when they go through the product side on the left, they go through and they're asked to set up a wellness, mentorship call. And then when you go through the right side, the product side, that's where they set up their business mentorship call. And we want that relationship to happen. So you've got to reach out in many ways to get them to this site. And I know that everybody is not going to go to this website, but I also know who are the ones that I really need to pay attention to, connect with, care for, etc. Right? So the ones that are action takers, I'm going to find out because they go to this site, and then I can follow up and create that great relationship. And you know, if it's somebody who's on my 4th or 5th level and they've got a leader that is at the top of that team, I can also bring this person back to that leader and say, hey, so-and-so just came through the training. They're really excited. They need to set up their wellness connection call with you. Here, go ahead and call them and do so, okay? And you can also transfer people. If someone came through at a deeper level through your own system and somebody between you and them has their system, you can easily transfer them through the contact manager. Up here at the top right here, there's a button that says transfer, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I want to do this with you guys. So here's the main site where you would send your members, new members, old members. I don't use this for prospecting, but I know people that are doing that. So you can use it however you want. On the bottom of every site is going to have your information. So if they get hung up, they're going to be able to reach out to you. They're going to see your pretty face. So once they go in, they have the option of products and they have the option of business. So this is the business side. We'll do this one first. Step 1 is encouraging them to get connected with you. I mean, again, this is not about, set it and forget it. This is about you connecting with your people and establishing the relationship that you need for long-term growth, stability, and of course them reaching their goals. I mean, if they just buy a kit and they never do anything with it, that's no good either, right? So here we want them to connect with you. And what happens when they go through each step of the way, when they click on all these answers, this goes into a database, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But when you're calling and talking to them, all the answers are there, and it's really easy to follow up and strike up a conversation. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the methodology between each step. The first step is connecting with you and plugging them in with what you've got going on, and also the bigger group, the Diamond Factory system, and also the Live Green. I've got many members in my own team that are not real tech savvy. They don't even have groups, so we've kind of got this mother group that people can be interacting and get support in until people really get jamming and have their own. Step 2 is all about the products and getting them aware of what we have besides oils. And I tell you a funny story. Right after I launched this, I sent some of my own, my own team members through it, saying, "Hey, I need you to go through this. Let's do it, blah, blah, blah." And even my own team members, when I followed up, when I was talking with them during their mentor call, they said, "You know what? So-and-so was with me while we were watching the videos, and she changed her auto ship 8 times as she watched each of the videos, and she added more products that she didn't know. And I changed my order 5 times. I just thought that was really, really funny. And so step 2, I'll go right there. This is all about visuals. We love videos, and we love seeing things. So when they click on this, the video will show up here, and it will walk them through how to use the products, and everything is compliant. We've had conduct look at stuff, and they're like, "Wow, you guys really have a good grasp of what is acceptable and what isn't," and it's all wellness orientated, but we're giving people a lot of ideas. So no matter which kit they start with, we can help them. So when you're mentoring your person, because people say, "Well, what do I do when I talk to the mentor call and I'm on the phone with them?" I just review, the questions that they may have, and I'll show you that in just a second. But here, they're going to learn about all these products that they may not even know exist. And so I encourage them to make sure they go through that. We've got the FAQs, plus we've got the essential rewards that creates stability in our business, and so we don't crash in the summer and have these highs and lows throughout the year. One other thing that I do is I make sure that people print out their PDFs and put them in a binder. And then here's the overview of essential rewards, but this essential rewards sheet gives them the step-by-step to do it. But most important, they can create the list of things and the things that they need and the things that they want. So I ensure that they do that and they break it out in their budget. The first couple steps is the same for the product and the business. And I'm going to glance over the product one as well, but I want to do this real quick to show you, that it's pretty much the same. At the bottom here, it asks some questions about which kit they started with, if they set up their essential rewards. And then what I tell them on step 3 is this. Step 3 is where we dig in on them. Step 1 is connect with us. Step 2 is about the products and learning more, getting on essential rewards. Step 3 is where we get into their heads and we get their heads screwed on straight. And I literally say that to my team. Step 3 is going to be tough, and I will say that to them. Step 3 is where you dig deep. We really connect you with why you're doing this. Of course you want to pay bills or do whatever, pay off debt, but there's a bigger reason of what you want to do, and we're going to discover that in step 3. Step 3 is going to challenge you a little bit, and you're going to want to quit, and you're not going to want to do it. It's the biggest step of all, but once you get through it, you are going to feel so accomplished, and we're going to know exactly where you're going, okay? And that's what I tell them. So here, we go through their color, and when I'm on the phone with them, we discuss their color. I said, "What color are you?" And they're like, "I'm a blue." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, next order, you need to order a gallon of grounding oil." We just have fun with it. And then I show them that, you may be a blue, but make sure you read about the red, yellow, and the green, and you want to understand those personalities and how they have strengths, but they also have challenges, just like being a red or a blue or whatever. And you want to surround yourself with teammates that are all the colors. And I make that aware to them. And we laugh about their color, and I go through their strengths and their weaknesses, and we just have a really good time. And then I just help them discover if they want to learn more about it. where they can go and learn more from Jacob Adamo and get his book and yada yada. But it's really fun to do this, and I really spend time on that. And then I have them do the why I said yes. This is more for them. I don't go through this necessarily on the connection call or the mentor call with them, but I do make sure that they did it. And I tell them, the days that are cruddy and you want to give up and throw, your hands in the air, you go through why I said yes, and it will remind you. And same with creating a vision. I think this is my favorite piece of the entire system. This is the interview that I did with 2 Young Living Diamonds, and we get into dreaming bigger. What is this bigger than what when they started, how is it transformed and how has it transformed them? And then we go through the My Vision PDF. I go through this with them, and I just glance through this, but I really, make sure that they went through everything, and then I want to know their goals. And I do have this in the back of the contact manager up here, which I'll show you in a sec, but I want, how are you going to accomplish these goals? And so I go through this with them. The first steps, I may ask them, ones that I think are really important. I don't go through each step necessarily, but when it comes here, I want to know their goals, and I want to know their first couple goals and how they're going to do it. I also want to know their 3-year, their 5-year, and their 10-year plan. I want to dig in a little bit with them on that mentor call, saying, where were you going to live? Where are you going to shop? And most importantly is the bottom here. I go through these, but I say, what happens if you never achieve these goals? What will your life be like? And so I really want them to understand this is bigger than just a paycheck of $1,000. They could really do some really awesome things with this and impact other people's lives. I feel this My Vision PDF is very, very important. And this is the one that digs super deep. I also go through the My Action Plan with them. My action plan is, I'm starting my own business because, this gives them a little mantra that they can make right here on the second one. And I go through that with them. And then I say, what is your perfect customer? I want you to paint that picture. Also, who is your perfect business partner? Paint that picture and really help them see that vision. My perfect business partner is somebody who is a self-starter, someone that is connected to a lot of people and has a really strong circle of influence. My perfect business partner has really high ethical standards and loves animals and children, and you know what I'm saying? That's what you would put in there. Somebody who comes from the heart, not from their wallet. You know what I mean? That's what they would put in painting that picture. And then we connect them into, understanding that they need to do some personal growth, and then their time management, the 80-20 rule, 80% of their time is for about talking to new people. Yeah, we want to make sure they don't get into management mode, because this training can get them into management mode a little bit. I'm just going to give you a heads up. You want them to go through the training and then act. Right? This is just a short-term thing they can finish in a couple hours, and then they got to hit the ground running. We don't want them to be filing their papers and organizing themselves too long. So here, today I'm going to start with this. Daily I'm going to do this. Weekly I'm going to do this. And monthly I'm going to do this. And I'm going to tell you that when I've been working with people, I share with them what I do. They may need some guidance as to what to do because they've never done this. So you might share, well, weekly I do this, and monthly I do this, and as a team we would like to do this. Make sure that you do that. And I found that to be very valuable to people. And then here, they give us their answers, their colors and all that, which helps. And then they can move on to step 4. And when I'm talking to them, I will actually have this open just because it helps me as I'm talking to them. This 3-step map to success is critical for them to understand how simple this process is of running their business. This process is for them to connect to new people. It doesn't matter how they're doing it, local, internet, networking clubs, whatever it is, they need to meet new people. They need to connect with people that they know and that people that know people. And then they share the message of Young Living. It could be a class. It could be using a catalog. It could be showing them the Live Green website, or something different. That's what the sharing your message of the product and or the business, and then following up and enrolling. And this here also gives them words to say on this video. This video gives them ideas. This video is really important when it comes to starting that duplication. So that's why that is right here. and we give them some ideas of what each of these steps look like. And then, of course, we have the video on how to enroll somebody. You know, I mean, you think it's easy, but people need that visual sometimes. And then, you know, to get them going here in step 4, we have making their list of people that they know, their resource list, we call it. And here's their memory jogger. If they get stuck, you know, it helps them remember who they know. They can go through it and say, well, who do I know that I play golf with? And who do I know that's a teacher? And who do I know is a roofer? And they can put all of those names on this list. And this is the list that you work with them. And I tell them, you're going to have people on here that may not be somebody ideal for your business, but they are a connector of people that may know more people, or they might have resources that you might need. Maybe they've got a room you can rent for classes, or they might have access to, you know, a really great industrial copy machine. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They can connect you with resources, but they also may be a product and a business person. So you put their name, they print this out. They put their name, their phone number, and a lot of times you can put in here, you know, I know them through Facebook, or however you contact them, make sure that's in here. And then what they do is they enter this in their own Diamond Factory system when they subscribe in step 5. And then they can start taking notes and contacting people through the system. And that's what is important about this. This is their list of people. When they say, oh, I don't know what to do next, you know, I tell them, let's go through that list. We're going to star the people that are your closest friends and family, and we're going to do a practice presentation with them. And whether it's a live one or one through the internet or a Facebook, you know, class, we get those people right away. And I have them invite those people to the class, or, you know, whether it's online, offline, whatever it is, and say, you know what, I'm just starting my business, I'm launching it, and I would love for you to help me with feedback, and I want to practice in front of people that I know and that can give me really good feedback. And so I do it that way. And then from there, we go through the list and we work the list and figure out who else they need to target and talk to, whether it's doing a practice presentation or a trial of the products, or somebody that might be interested in a business. You know, if I got somebody's name here and I think that person would be perfect for a business, again, they learn in the 3-step map video what to say and how to say it. And they can contact that person and say, you know what? I don't know if you're keeping your options open, but I just launched my business and I'm looking for 7 people to lock arms with and really do this thing. And you were one of the first people on the top of my list. Like I said, I don't know if you keep your options open. If you do, great. Let's sit down and talk about it. Or maybe you know somebody who is. If not, that's totally fine. But I want to make sure that I talk to you first because you are on the top of my list. So that's what that's about. And then here's more information, which is really cool, because one thing that it says here is I'm most excited to share, and then it will give you an idea of how to support these people with, you know, how to do a one-on-one, how to use the websites, how to do classes. And if you don't know how to do that, you can get the resources to support them. Step 5 is critical because it is about them getting their own system so that they can duplicate and do the same thing as you. And remember, when you refer 3, you get yours free. So why not, right? And they'll do the same thing when they get started. But this system makes it so easy to get people started. And you want people to have their own system, because if people are all flooding into yours, you don't want to be taking care of all those people if you've got a leader that's right, you know, first level to you and that's who they belong to. For duplication, you want them to get their system and then their people to get their system so that they're doing exactly what you're doing. Okay, so that's what this is about. And then step 6, let me go to step 6. And mind you, they do get autoresponders that go out with this that will remind them of whatever step they left off at, so that if they need to go back and visit step 6, they can click on the link. I also tell people you can bookmark these links and go back to them. Or if I wanted to share this link, I would just copy it and email it to somebody. Hey, go back to step 6. We don't have it navigating up here, because if they did, we would never get these answers here. They would just navigate at the top. Okay. So this step is step 6, which is some of the logistical financial stuff. This is my 10-minute comp plan video that everybody really loves. It's just the basics of the comp plan. It's not the full depth comp plan, but it's enough for new people to start learning. I tell people to learn the comp plan in chunks, and that's the first chunk. You want to go over the income disclosure statement with them as well, which is very important. You know, I love this for goal setting, but I also love to say, look, you know, not everybody's going to make it to the top, but the people that do, this is where they're at, you know, and so you can do that, and you can, you know, go over the comp plan here and the Elite Express program, and we can get them jamming. And here's just a fun little checklist I made that is the startup checklist that I go through and say, you know, did you go through your checklist? Do you have everything going off there? Do you have any questions? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not a tax advisor, but I can, you know, help you with that, blah, blah, blah. This people just really liked. You know, I just put it in here because I did a survey and people said, well, I'd love to have a little, you know, little idea of how to keep some records to get me started. And so that's why that's in here. It's just a little fun check sheet. And then we encourage them to get their tools, Oily tools. I have no affiliation with either one of these tools, I guess you'd say, but I feel they're critically important. Oily Tools is the app for the phone for them to manage their business, and it's one of the best $6.99s they can. Between this and the Diamond Factory system, they're going to jam. With TaxBot, you know, some people do this, some people don't, but I put it on here, and this is Young Living's link so that they get a special deal that Young Living offers. You know, it's the link from the back office. And then here, we ask them if they're all set up. And then at the end here, they go to this page. So then we go on to step 6, which is the congratulations page. We want them to confirm their cell phone just to ensure that we have the right number for when we're doing text blasting. And then here's some ongoing resources, and then it'll take them to their Diamond Factory system. And it's just a final little page. So I walk them through this process. Now, they get an autoresponder at the beginning that when they opt into here, they get an autoresponder that sets them up. You know, don't quit, keep going, be one of the few that reach, you know, your goals and get through the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. If they don't do the next step within a day or two, they get a reminder email. And so when they go through this, you're going to get a text message if you've set up in your Tools Rock that you want to receive a text. You will get a text message saying that so-and-so just came through the system, which is really great because then you can send them a picture of your, you know, what I've done is that sometimes I take a picture of my phone if I know them well, and I'll be like, hey, look, I just saw you came through. You go, girl, or guy, or whoever it is. And then I also get an email saying so-and-so came through, so I can get notified both ways. And I know in a couple days I will reach out if I haven't heard from them or if I see that they're not going through the whole system. So make sure that you touch base with people when they go through it. You will get notified. I know it says in here on step 3 for them to connect with you as the mentor call, but I do it a little sooner. I want them to know my eyes are on them. They've caught my attention. I want them to know that I'm here for them. So I do reach out and say, let's set up your connection call. Let's do it next week. Because I've got 2 days a week personally that I set aside to do mentor calls. And then I schedule them in there. And then we go through this. I literally, like I just did with you, I say, okay, did you do step 1, step 2? You're all set with that, blah, blah, blah. And how I know that is this is the back office. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so here I'm going to search. For me, I'm going to look at Jen at jenspringer.com. Looks for contact that has that email address, and here I am. Yay! So if I've got an appointment with me, I will pull it up, and so I've got my person's contact information right in front of me. Right here, I made some notes. They're just gibberish notes, but I can also add in my address, blah, 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 right, on this here, and so I can put everybody's contact information in here. I don't have my own in there, obviously, but you can totally flesh that out. You can also see that what category the person is in. So I have gone through all of these steps. It says what I've done. I've also opted into the Live Green, and I'm also a returning hot lead. But here it says I've gone through all the steps. So when you talk to somebody, you know how far they've done. These are the emails that I have sent right here. I've also done some, I have sent some text messages. I don't know if I was shown there. And then I've not done any video tracking. If I wanted to transfer me to somebody else, I would just click on transfer. All right. Or I could delete me. Right. Or you can do this here and then click a transfer up here to send it to somebody who may be in your organization that has their own system and that person is under. I can also click on this and send me an email. Hey Jen, blah blah blah, rock and roll. I can also send me a text message. One of the things about this, so don't spam me with text messages, but when I send this, it doesn't say your name with it. So I'd be like, hi, this is Jen, your support. You know, I don't know, I'm just making something up. Today we have a special call. 7 p.m. Blah, blah, blah is a number, right? So, and then you send it off. Identify yourself in the text, because when it comes through, it doesn't say that it's from you. It'll say what number it's from. So say, hey, this is Jen, your Young Living support, or this is Jen from Young Living. Because even the people that I know that haven't, they'll get a text and it won't say it's from Jen Springer, just to let you know. You don't want to be spamming your own people. They may not recognize it's you. So put that in the message. Okay, found that out. You can do a lot of things here. I don't want to do too much to lose you, but I just want you to know, explore these features. You can also download all your database as well into a CSV file. And of course you can delete them. But the survey information right here, remember back in the tour I gave you at the bottom where all these answers are? They're right here in survey information. So when I'm on the phone with somebody, oh, your enroller is so-and-so. Oh, you started with the oils kit. How is it going? Did you open it up? Do you have all of, all your questions answered? Is your diffuser working okay? Oh, you started with thieves. Well, what's your favorite product? You know, that's why you do that. And here you've got you're most interested in pets and immune health. Well, tell me about that. Why are you interested in that? You know, what do you want to know about? How can I help you with that? Okay, you're set up with Essential Rewards. You get your PV assist. This is how I go through it with somebody. Let's see. Are you friends with your mentor? Yes. Oh, so you're totally plugged in. Oh, I see you're a red personality type. Did you have fun when you did that? Oh my gosh. You know, the things about reds and that, you know, when you're a red, blah, blah, blah. So I talk to them about their personality type. I go through the PDFs with them, which I already showed you. Okay, let's look at your 30 and 60, 90-day goals. The 30-day goal is to make this amount of money. Well, in order to do that, you need to sponsor so many people with a premium starter kit. So if you want to make $100, that would be 2 people your first month. So we need to really look at that list of names that I had you make, and let's go through that right away, and let's contact some of those people and get them, you know, sharing Young Living or have them over before the end of the month. That's how you work this. And the same with the 60 and the 90-day goal. You know, here at the 60-day goal, they got to be jamming, right? You know, it's like, okay, if you want to make between $600 and $1,000, well, we can go back here to the income disclosure statement, right, where we go to step 5. And this is how we can use this. Okay, so you want to make that much money. Okay, I thought it was step 6. Sorry, guys. Go to step 6. You open up that income disclosure statement and say, all right, well, I want you to look at that. You want to make that much money. Here is, if you want to make between $600 and $1,000, well, here's your ranking. So we need you to be an executive. Executive is $500. So you want to make between $6,000 and $1,000, you need to be a very strong executive. And then this is what an executive is. And then you go through that with them. Okay, 90-day goal is $1,000 and above. Let's look at those rank numbers. Okay, here's the median. It's so almost silver here within 90 days. Well, in order to get to silver, we blah, 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 you know. And so that is how you use this. You give them the goals. You tell them, okay, in order to, you know what this looks like. This is sponsoring. If you want to do it off of sponsoring, you're enrolling. You know, if you're getting the bonuses, the initial bonuses off the starter kits, if you're sponsoring 5 people off of the bonuses, you're going to get $250. So if you want to make $500, you got to be sponsoring 10 people a month. And that's not including your people that are currently ordering. So these are your goals, and that's how you help them set that up. Oh, you got 15 hours a week? Well, okay, that's a good amount of time. You're going to be able to work with this. So go through this with them. All right, so you want to share doing meetings, marketing websites, one-on-ones. Which one here do you think is the strongest that you feel that you could just do right away. Okay, you're great. You love talking to people in person. Okay, let's set up through that contact list that you made. Let's go through who you want to have over as a one-on-one and meet privately. Let's get those scheduled by our next call. This is your homework. You need to have those scheduled. You need to schedule your first class before the end of the month. This is how I use the system, you guys. Blah, blah, blah. So you know how to enroll the prospect. They made their list. Oh, they got their Diamond Factory system. Everything is set up. They got oily tools, and then they don't want TechSpot. So, like I said, I go through all this, but this is what gives me how to support them. That is why we love this. Because I've got this open, and I've got this open while I am on that mentor call with them. And I'm taking notes here. And I also have another file that I take notes as well. Very, very important to use this. And when you go through this with your people, even if they've been in your team a long time, I am putting people through this so they know how to do this with their people. All right, so let's talk about product people. Product people are very much the same. I had a product person that went through as a customer. When I do a class, this is what I say at the end of the class. I say, I know you, I just gave you a lot of information. Who here's brain is spinning? And they'll like raise their hand. I'll raise my hand. And then I said, you know what? I've got something for you. I'm going to send it to you when we're done with the class. Or you can give it to them right there in the moment, whatever works for you. But you can send them a text, send them an email. When I have their enrollment form, what is the best way for me to reach you? And then I send them this link. And I had a retail customer that went through this. And I got a text that said, so-and-so just upgraded to distributor because of the training. And now this person is on Essential Rewards, and they asked me to book their first class. And that was just from them going through the product training. Because I tell them, you guys, your heads are going to spin. I'm going to send you this website that's going to review everything I said, but you're going to be able to go through it and go through the parts that you want to hear again. Plus, you're going to learn more about products I maybe didn't even talk about. And I want to make sure that you are using what you got to the maximum that you can benefit from it. And there you go. And so that is why I want them to go through this. So again, they're going to connect. Again, this is the product side. They're going to connect with you. We obviously don't have Diamond Factory system there. So we want them to connect with you as a friend. We want them to go into Live Green, Earn Green so that they get the product support plus your personal Facebook community. Step 2 is the same as the step 2 that is in the business side. It looks exactly the same. Open the kits. Here's the facts. These are right from Young Living, so they're nothing new. We want them on Essential Rewards. Oh, mind you, that person that did convert from customer to distributor also went on Essential Rewards from these videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a dream. It's exactly what we've been meaning to do. And the Essential Rewards video goes through everything. And then again here, setting up all this stuff. So this looks very much the same as the business side, but we don't obviously go into the business. I will tell you that most people are going to go through the business because even the people that aren't are curious. They want to know. And step 3 is where we have them do their wellness connection call with you. Again, the whole goal of this is for them to establish their relationship with you. Now, if it's somebody who's on my deep levels, I will send them back to their sponsor if they're using the system or whoever's using the system. If it's somebody that might be in a leg that's kind of flat, I will do the connection call myself. Because I don't want anybody falling through the cracks. That's the whole goal of this thing, is to get people going. And then it tells you what time is the best time for you to connect on the call, right? What's your top health goals? What are any concerns that you want to know about? I mean, we're not diagnosing and prescribing, but you'll be able to get some answers so that you can be prepared when you talk to them. And then step 4 is a congratulations and also a confirm your cell phone so that we can text them. As you know, emails don't work so great, so please confirm your cell phone. Boom. Here's some more resources for you to check out. This is where you find Young Living on the internet. This is where you have accessories and you can learn more. Discover LSP, Abundant Health, KRE Publishing, Crown Diamond Tools. So there you go. That's how I walk people through it. I want to go through it step by step. I go through their information. It gets a really great conversation. If you're nervous about talking to people and you don't know what to say, you just open this up, look at their answers and say, so I saw you started with the oils kit. How's it going? Do you love your diffuser? What have you been diffusing? I mean, this is the whole idea, is for relationships to be built, not sponsor somebody and get them going and then they fall off in 12 months. There you go. So anyways, I just want to give you a quick tour of how I use this system for getting new people started. This is just one facet of the Diamond Factory system. There are many, many features, but this one here makes me so happy, and it makes me so happy to see that you guys are using it and loving it. And then there are a lot of you that are going, I don't know what to do with it. Now you know what to do with it. Send people through it. Send everybody through it. And then when those notifications come through, you look at where they are in your organization. Is it somebody you need to talk to, or do you transfer it to somebody that's, you know, a leader in your group, and you get them on the phone and you establish that relationship, get them on Essential Rewards, get them trying new products, get them started building a business if that's what they want to do, set their goals. No more falling through the cracks. No more people going away in 12 months, and no more volatile volume throughout the year, right? Summertime comes and you get sad because you know your volume is going to be terrible. You might slip back a rank. We don't want that anymore. We want you to go to Diamond. Diamond Factory is about creating diamonds and duplication so that you and your team get to your goals. So, all right, this is Jen signing off. We'll catch you in the next video.